Norma verticalis, the superior view of the skull. When we study the skull from the above, it is known as the norma verticalis. It is oval in shape. Here it is wider posteriorly than the anteriorly. The bones we can visualize in the norma verticalis are the frontal bone, the upper part of the frontal bone anteriorly, then the uppermost part of the occipital bone on the posterior side, and we can also see the two parietal bones on each side. So this one is the frontal bone, these two are the parietal bones, and this one is the occipital bone. The sutures we can see here are, one is the coronal sutures. Here we can see it is placed between the frontal bone and two parietal bone. This one is the coronal sutures. So this coronal sutures, it crosses the wall from side to side, passes downward and forward. The type of this suture, coronal suture, is serrate in nature. It is serrate in nature. This one, serrations, here we can see the type of this coronal suture is serrate. Then next is between the two parietal bone. Here we can see the sagittal suture. This one is the sagittal suture. Then between the two parietal bone and the occipital bone, here we can see the lamboid suture. This lamboid suture are denticulate in nature, and in some bone we can also see the metopic suture between the two half of the frontal bone. Usually this metopic suture is disappear around at the 6th year of age, but it can be present in 3 to 6% of the people. Now some other features we can visualize from the above. One is the vertex. Vertex is the highest point of the sagittal suture. This point, vertex, it is the highest point of the sagittal suture. Then the vault of the skull, it is the arch roof of the dome of the skull. This part is known as the vault of the skull. Then the bregma. Bregma is the meeting point between the coronal and the sagittal suture. This one is the bregma. Here the anterior frontanale is present, and it fuses around 18 to 24 months of the age. Next is the lambda. Lambda is meeting point of the sagittal suture and the lamboid suture. This one is the lambda. Here the site of the posterior frontanale in newborn, and it fuses around 2 to 3 months of the age. Next is the parietal tuber, also known as the parietal eminence. The area of the maximum convexity of the parietal bone is known as the parietal tuber. These two are the parietal tubers. Next is the parietal foramina, located around 2 to 4 cm in front of the lambda. Here it pierces the parietal bone, and it passes the emissary vein which connect the vein of the scalp to the superior sagittal sinus. The space between these two parietal foramina, it is known as the obelion. The another feature is the temporal line. It is present somehow here. We can see it in a real bone. Here the temporal lines, they are two in nature. It passes from the zygomatic bone here, crosses the frontal bone, then coronal sutures, and then it will also crosses the parietal bone. Here on the parietal bone, we can visualize the two temporal lines, superior and inferior temporal line. The superior temporal line, it disappears into the parietal bone, whereas the inferior temporal line passes downward and forward and towards the zygomatic bone. So two temporal lines are present. It can be visualized from the norma verticalis view. Here some clinical importance of this norma verticalis. Here we are discussing about the frontanale. At the fore angle of the parietal bone, we can see the membranous gap at the time of the birth. These are known as the frontalis. There are 4 frontalis is there. Here the anterior frontanale, here the posterior frontanale. Here at this angle of the parietal bone there will be the anterolateral frontanale, and here the posterolateral frontanale. This anterior frontanale, it fuses around 18 to 24 months of the age. This posterior frontanale, it fuses around 3rd month of the age. Anterolateral frontanale, it fuses at the 3rd month, and the posterolateral frontanale, it fuses at the around 12 month of the age. Clinical importance of the frontanale. So this frontanale can be allow the overlapping of the bones during vaginal delivery if required. Another importance is it is a site of the growth of the skull. It permits the growth of the brain, and it also helpful in determining the age. If this frontanale they fuses early, the brain growth is stunted, and such children are less intelligent. And if anterior frontanale is bulging, if this is a bulging, it may be due to the raised intracranial pressure, or if it is depressed, when you feel it in a newborn child, if this frontanale is depressed, it may be the sign of dehydration. Another one is the caput succedaneum. It is a soft tissue swelling on any part of the skull due to the rupture of capillaries during the vaginal delivery, and it may be disappear after a few days and skull become normal. So this is about norma verticalis.